Welcome into Washington National's Youth Baseball Academy. It is day 2 of the series between Creighton and Georgetown. Creighton winning yesterday 7-0 over the Hoyas. It will be the Blue Jays batting first with Sidra Seville, their leadoff batter. Pitching today for the Hoyas is Avery Wismar, the senior, getting the start on the afternoon. It is overcast, cloudy, and a little chilly with the wind blowing for today's contest between these two squads. And an 0-2 count to start things off, and that one popped up. It is a foul ball for Sidra Seville. This is the 24th all-time meeting between Georgetown and Creighton. Creighton leading the series 14-10, including their win yesterday here at Washington National's Youth Baseball Academy. I'm Monica Moore. So glad you're joining us. A high pitch there for Avery Wismar, as both of these two teams hungry for the win on the afternoon. Creighton coming in 3-7, and a drive there to Wismar, and the play at first base by Abby Kozo. A really nice catch and adjustment by Kozo, as that was a high throw to first, and certainly helps to have the height that Abby Kozo has. She's listed at 6 foot tall. Next up for Creighton, it's Ashton Pearson, the reigning Big East Defensive Player of the Year for the Blue Jays. But what she has really been working on in the offseason and coming into this year for Creighton is her offense and her trips to the plate. And it has been a place where she has really improved a lot. Had an opportunity to talk with Creighton head coach Krista Wood before this contest, and she told me that probably batting 100 points higher on the season this year than last year, and that's just the progression for Ashton Pearson, as that is a foul ball. She's only a sophomore and has really had lots of success throughout her career. Won a state title while in high school, and again, just massive accolades. Coach Wood saying, look, she had a crazy good year last year as a first year. And a strike there thrown by Wismar, and a strikeout for the Georgetown pitcher. So next up to the plate for Creighton, it's Lily West, and Lily West is coming off of an outstanding contest yesterday for the Blue Jays. Had a career-high 5 RBIs for the Creighton catcher. 3 hits, a home run. It was a big day for Lily West at the plate. Has had an extremely hot bat on the season. Strip matter is there. The out at first. Abby Kozo makes the play. And it is 1, 2, 3, and done. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back for the bottom of the first. Welcome back to Washington Nationals Youth Baseball Academy. Bottom of the first, leading off for Georgetown on the afternoon. Brooke Rebhand, who plays at second base for Georgetown. And pitching for Creighton on the afternoon, it's Brooklyn Patchen getting the start for the Blue Jays. Rebhand pops that one up. The play is made by Kenzie Nakasawa, who's been playing second base for Creighton. And next up in the batting order for Georgetown is Sammy Fenton, the shortstop for the Hoyas. Foul ball for Sammy Fenton. So the count at 1-1. Sammy Fenton looking to get something going. The storyline for Georgetown so far, really good fielding in the top of the first as that pitch is a little low for Brooklyn Patchen. And a little to the outside for Sammy Fenton. Strong swing for the Georgetown shortstop. Again, Georgetown looking to get on the scoreboard first today. And that one is low for Brooklyn Patchen. It was Kinsey Chauffeur yesterday who threw the complete game shutout for Creighton. And now Sammy Fenton will walk to first. And stepping up to the plate for Georgetown, it's Emily Stripmatter, who plays third base for the Hoyas. This already came up with a big play for the third out in the top of the first. Emily Stripmatter, consistent hitter for Georgetown. And the count at 1-0. So Sammy Fenton on first. Extremely fast, extremely opportunistic. Looking to advance to second if she can. And a great play in left field for Creighton. That is Lynn Davis. So Lynn Davis makes the play for Creighton. Abby Kozo now at the plate for Georgetown. Fenton still on first. Did not look to advance there. Count at 0-1. Oh, sorry. Count at 2-0 for Brooklyn Patchen. As a pitching staff, Creighton ranks 4th in the Big East. A foul ball there for Abby Kozo. Coming into this weekend, 2nd in the league with 133 strikeouts and holding opponents to just over 200 hits on the year. Kozo going to left field, and once again it is Lynn Davis who makes the play for Creighton. She is having a great start in this contest so far. 2 big plays for Lynn Davis. That will end the first. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. We are scoreless at the start of this one. Welcome back to Washington Nationals Youth Baseball Academy. Top of the second, almost underway. It will be Kaylin Schultz who will be batting for Creighton. We are scoreless. It's been all about the defense so far in this contest. Some really good play by both teams. Lynn Davis just coming up with two massive catches in left field for Creighton. And that one is out of the park for Kaylin Schultz. Kaylin Schultz, the designated player who swings big and gets the home run there for Creighton to start things off in the top of the first. And that was the big thing that Krista Wood told me about Kaylin Schultz as she puts the ball in play, and she puts it in play hard. She goes for those big swings. She has a good eye and good pitch selection and is really good in those close counts, those 2-2 counts. And she gets the scoring started for Creighton on the afternoon. It's Sydney Potter now at the plate for Creighton, who has started every game this season for the Blue Jays. Has been one of the consistent faces in the lineup, and that's really what Creighton has been looking for on the season. Has been that consistency in games where they've hit the ball well, they haven't played as good defense, and nice play there by Sammy Fenton. The Georgetown shortstop connects with Abby Kozo. Kinsey Nakasawa now stepping up to the plate for Creighton. She's another one that is hitting the ball extremely well for the Blue Jays, and a very versatile player for Creighton. We've seen her at second base today. She's played third. But that is what they really love about Nakasawa, is just her versatility and her ability to play in so many places. And that's Brooke Rebhan, who makes the play for Georgetown. Erica Perez stepping up to the plate for the Blue Jays. "20 RBIs, 20 hits on the season coming into this weekend. And a beautiful pitch thrown there by Avery Wismar for the Hoyas. Avery Wismar, the senior, out of Brentwood, California. So 2 outs, top of the second, count at 2-1. Creighton doing a little damage with the Kaylin Schultz home run. And now the count at 3-1. Erica Perez at the plate. And that one is low, so Erica Perez will advance to first. And Hannah Poole will step up to the plate for Creighton. Hannah Poole plays in right field, the senior. Timeout on the field as Georgetown will talk some things over. Again, 2 outs here in the top of the second. A little bit of a different order and a different lineup than we saw against Villanova a couple weeks ago for the Hoyas. So again, at the plate, it's Hannah Poole. She's batting .294. And she pops that one up. On first is Erica Perez. That one to the outside for Avery Wismar. But on the whole for Georgetown, the storyline really has been the fielding. Some nice plays in the infield by Rebhan, Fenton, and Stripmatter. And always solid on first base is Abby Kozo. Count at 2-1. And that one is low. A good eye by Hannah Poole. That one is high. So advancing to first will be Hannah Poole, and now on second is Erica Perez. Lynn Davis now at the plate for Creighton. Remember, she had those two huge plays in left field for the Blue Jays a little earlier this afternoon. Her timing has been really good. That will be a foul ball for Lynn Davis. Runners at first and second. Creighton already a run in the second inning off the Kaylin Schultz home run. Georgetown looking for the big defensive stop here. The count at 1-1, Avery Wismar. And a foul ball for Lynn Davis. So the count at 1-2. 2 outs, top of the second. That one is low for Wismar. And getting a piece of it is Lynn Davis. And once again, Lynn Davis connects with it, a foul ball to the outside of the third baseline. And that one is high. And it will be an out at first. Once again, Brooke Rebhan coming up with a clutch defensive play for Georgetown. Connects with Abby Kozo on first. And that will end the top of the second. But Creighton getting a big run off the home run by Kaylin Schultz. We'll take another quick break and be right back for the bottom of the second. Welcome back to Washington Nationals Youth Baseball Academy. Bottom of the second, almost underway. Georgetown at the plate. It's Naya Campos. Who will be hitting for the Hoyas, the designated player for Georgetown. Averaging .225. $18 hits on the season so far for Campos. And continuing to pitch for Creighton is Brooklyn Patchen. That one is high for Patchen. Good eye by Naya Campos. Georgetown getting doubles yesterday from Strittmatter and Pardini. Really looking to get some things going offensively here today. Another high pitch for Brooklyn Patchen. So the count at 3-1. As Campos waiting for the pitch that she wants for the Hoyas. Campos, the junior out of Tucson, Arizona. One of the big things that Georgetown head coach Carla Ross has told me about Naya Campos is that she is a sponge. She just wants to learn and improve and succeed and get better. She is always looking for that feedback, always looking to understand what she can do differently, do better. And she will advance to first base for the Hoyas. So Georgetown with a runner on first. And it is Holly Pardini who will step up to the plate for Georgetown. Again, as we just talked about, had that double yesterday. And has been consistent on the year so far for Georgetown. She is the catcher who does such a good job working with the Georgetown pitching staff. Has always had that good chemistry with the pitchers, those good relationships. And that pitch is low. An opportunistic play by Campos, who will advance to second. Great play by Naya Campos. With the awareness of the moment. Count at 2-0. Holly Pardini looking to make some things happen for the Hoyas. Pardini got a piece of it. Looks like connected near the top of the bat. Foul ball. Count at 2-1. And she looks to bunt. Well played by Holly Pardini because she gets Naya Campos to third. A runner in scoring position for Georgetown. Danny Koo will step up to the plate for the Hoyas. That was very well done. You just see the softball IQ and the execution of Holly Pardini. You can't do it much better than that. So again, a runner in scoring position for the Hoyas. It is Naya Campos. Danny Koo stepping up to the plate. 2 outs. Bottom of the second. Timeout on the field. So Danny Koo, the freshman out of Menlo Park, started off her career very hot And Koo. And actually, that is the second out here in the bottom of the second. So Danny Koo popped one over to first base, but it is easily managed by Creighton. That's Sydney Potter making the defensive play in the infield for the Blue Jays. So it's Gabby Park at the plate for Georgetown. Campos at third, looking to come home. Gabby Park, another extremely consistent hitter for Georgetown on the season, makes good decisions. That one a little to the outside for Brooklyn Patchen. But Georgetown gets a lot of experience from Gabby Park, who's a junior. Played a lot of games last year for the Hoyas. Lots of opportunities at the plate. And Brooklyn Patchen comes up clutch for Creighton with this strikeout to get the third out. So at the end of the second inning, Creighton leading Georgetown 1-0. We'll take another quick break. We will be right back to Washington Nationals Youth Baseball Academy. Welcome back to Washington Nationals Youth Baseball Academy. Top of the third, almost underway. We are back to the top of the order for Creighton. It will be Sidra Seville at the plate for the Blue Jays. Batting .380. Again, leads the team with 44 hits and 21 runs coming into the weekend. And immediately, Sidra Seville is safe at first. Sidra Seville wasting no time for Creighton. And you have to keep your eye on Sidra Seville because she is known for her ability to steal bases. At the plate is Ashton Pearson, and Pearson looking to go down the line. That is a well-placed ball by Ashton Pearson. She will double Sidra Seville in scoring position, showing you that tremendous speed. That is a brilliant hit by Ashton Pearson. We talked about the fact that that's where she has been looking to progress her game. So Seville on third, Pearson on second, and stepping up to the plate, it's Lily West. And remember, Lily West was the player that had the big day offensively yesterday for Creighton, with 5 RBIs for the catcher for the Blue Jays. But a strike thrown there by Avery Wismar. It's a beautiful pitch for Georgetown. That one is popped up, and it will be a foul ball for Lily West. It's batting .314. That one is low for Avery Wismar. Lily West got under it. She does it again. Lily West with her second home run of the weekend. She will bring home Sidra Seville. She will bring home Ashton Pearson. It will be 3 more RBIs on the weekend for Lily West. So Lily West really coming up big. Coming into this series, as we talked about, was really hitting the ball very well. And that's a big moment for Lily West. So Creighton will take the 4-0 lead here in the top of the third. And again, it is a monster hit by Lily West, picking up right where she left off yesterday for Creighton. Really smart decision. Sidra Seville, who looked to bunt early on, got herself on first. And then Ashton Pearson, who I thought had a tremendous hit down the third base line. So Georgetown will make a change. It will be Kayla Dunn. And apologies, that is actually Abby Kozo, who will be pitching for Georgetown. So the Hoyas will move Kozo from first base to pitching. And the thing that you have to know about Abby Kozo is she is one of the most versatile Hoyas on the field. We've seen her a lot at first base. This year she played a lot in the outfield, mainly in center field last season for Georgetown. And she can pitch as well. So Georgetown with the change. So Kayla Dunn will be playing first base for the Hoyas. And stepping up to the plate is Kaylin Schultz, who had a home run in the second inning for Creighton. And Schultz threads one through, will single to first. Great placement as she works that ball through and continues to be very dangerous. Kaylin Schultz with her second hit of the game so far for Creighton. Sydney Potter back to the plate. Emily Stripmatter with a diving play. Could not quite connect with Kayla Dunn. But it will be a single for Sydney Potter, and Kinsey Nakasawa will be back at the plate for Creighton. So runners on first and second. Kaylin Schultz doing a nice job, and then followed up by a hit by Potter. That one is low for Kozo. Kaylin Schultz, opportunistic, looking to run for Creighton. So again, Abby Kozo has come in to pitch. And once again, Creighton is looking to hit that down the third base line, but it is a foul ball for Kinsey Nakasawa. Kozo throws the strike for the Hoyas. The lefty. And a hit to left field. Georgetown looking to get Schultz out at home plate, but she is safe for Creighton. Another nice hit by the Blue Jays, who are absolutely warming up. So Schultz comes home for Creighton. Advancing to second is Sydney Potter, and Kinsey Nakasawa is on first. Stepping up to the plate is Erica Perez. That one a little to the outside for Kozo. And looking to go left again is Creighton's Erica Perez. Runners on first and second for the Blue Jays. It's been a big third inning. Creighton scoring 4 runs so far. That one is low for Kozo. That one a little high. So Kozo trying to work her way out of a little trouble here. The count at 3-1. And that one is high. So advancing to first will be Erica Perez. Nakasawa is on second, and looking to come home is Sydney Potter on third. Stepping up to the plate, it is Hannah Poole, who's averaging .294 on the season. Georgetown timeout on the field. Bases are loaded with the senior Hannah Poole, who plays in right field for the Blue Jays, stepping up to the plate. Hoyas trying to limit any more damage by Creighton here in the top of the third. So Georgetown looking for the big defensive play here. And Kozo comes up big for the Hoyas. Abby Kozo throws the strike. Showing fantastic composure. That one is a little high. Looking to come home is Potter. She is safe at home plate. Advancing to third was Nakasawa. And Erica Perez on second. That one is low for Kozo. Hannah Poole got a piece of that one. Hannah Poole will single to first. She will bring Nakasawa home and get the RBI. Erica Perez is on third. Lynn Davis stepping up to the plate.
To the plate for Creighton, number 26, Lynn Davis.
Creighton at the bottom of their order. Lynn Davis averaging .218. And safe at second is Hannah Poole. Stolen base for Hannah Poole. Lynn Davis looking for a pitch she likes. That one is low. A runner in scoring position. It is Erica Perez for the Blue Jays. And that one is low. So the count at 2-1. And a nice play at first by Kayla Dunn. So Strip Matter will connect with Kayla Dunn. Sidra Seville back at the plate for Creighton. So runners still at second and third for the Blue Jays. Creighton scoring 6 runs in this inning. And looking to bunt was Seville. And it is well read by Georgetown defensively for the second out.
Stepping up to the plate, number 4, Ashton Pearson.
So it's Ashton Pearson. Her third trip to the plate on the afternoon for Creighton. She has been very solid on the day so far. Already a hit and a run for Ashton Pearson. That one is to the outside. Poor Abby Kozo. And that one is low. A strike thrown there for Abby Kozo. So the count at 3-1. And Pearson will advance to first. Runners on second and third. Bases are loaded. And it's Lily West stepping up to the plate again for Creighton. And Lily West has been the player offensively on the weekend so far for the Blue Jays. We've already talked a lot about it with the 5 RBIs yesterday. Already 3 RBIs in this afternoon's contest. Hit the home run earlier. So Georgetown looking for a big defensive play. They're going to bring in Sage Hager to pitch, the grad student out of San Mateo, California, a fantastic off-speed pitcher who does a really good job keeping hitters off balance.
Warming up on the mound for Georgetown, number 2, Sage Hager.
She is really good at inducing those pop-ups from hitters or ground balls. So again, it is Lily West at the plate for Creighton. Sage Hager has just come in to pitch for Georgetown. That one a little to the outside for Hager. Bases loaded, top of the third. And a strike thrown by Sage Hager, a clutch play by the Georgetown pitcher. And another strike for Sage Hager. That one was close, but it will be a ball. So a pivotal moment here defensively for the Hoyas. Trying to close out the top of the third. And Sage Hager gets the strikeout. Striking out swinging was Lily West. Georgetown in a dangerous spot with bases loaded, and Sage Hager comes in and gets the strikeout. We'll take another quick break. We will be right back for the bottom of the third. Welcome back. Bottom of the third, almost underway. Nina Sarlo stepping up to the plate for the Hoyas. Nina Sarlo, only a freshman. We saw her have some fantastic moments against Villanova just a few weeks ago. And a nice pitch thrown there by Brooklyn Patchen. And Sarlo will hit the foul ball there. Went for it. Looked like that one was a little to the outside. And that one is high for Brooklyn Patchen. That one to the outside. So Nina Sarlo showing some good patience the first year for the Hoyas. Sarlo got a piece of it. And some good fielding there by Creighton. So the Hoyas back at the top of the order. Brooke Rebhand, who is leading off today for Georgetown at the plate. Brooklyn Patchen continuing to pitch for the Blue Jays, and Rebhand got a piece of that one. It will be a foul ball for Brooke Rebhand. So another foul ball there. Count at 0-2. One out, bottom of the third. Creighton leading Georgetown 7-0 here in the early goings. It was a third inning for Creighton with a lot of hits and a lot of offensive play to help the Blue Jays assert themselves early on in this contest. Now Brooke Rebhand looking to make things happen for the Hoyas. And a strike thrown there, the strikeout. Brooklyn Patchen coming up big for Creighton. Sammy Fenton stepping up to the plate for the Hoyas, the shortstop. Second in the order on the afternoon for Georgetown. And Fenton got a piece of that one. Out at first is Fenton. A really nice play by Creighton. Sydney Potter and Erica Perez. So we'll take another quick break. We will be right back for the top of the fourth. Welcome back to Washington Nationals Youth Baseball Academy. Top of the fourth, almost underway. Continuing to pitch for Georgetown is Sage Hager, who came in and had a clutch play for Georgetown with the strikeout to end the top of the third with the bases loaded at the plate for Creighton is Kaylin Schultz, the designated player. Already a home run on the afternoon. That one to the outside for Sage Hager. And a strike thrown there by Sage Hager. Experienced player for Georgetown. And getting a piece of it is Kaylin Schultz. She's safe at first, showing some good speed to get on base. Is Kaylin Schultz. Sydney Potter now at the plate. So Abby Kozo back at first for the Hoyas. We're going to get a designated runner coming into pinch run for Creighton. Again, Sydney Potter at the plate for the Blue Jays. And Potter pops that one up. Danny Koo makes the defensive play for the Hoyas. A big defensive play for center fielder Danny Koo. And now up for Creighton, it's Kenzie Nakasawa. Sage Hager continuing to pitch very well for Georgetown since entering this contest for the Hoyas. So the count at 1-1. 1 out, a runner on first for Creighton. And Kenzie Nakasawa, who already has a hit and a run on the afternoon for the Blue Jays, looking to make more happen offensively for Creighton. Getting a piece of that one was Nakasawa. Talked a little earlier about her versatility. Really brings so much to this lineup for Creighton. And that one is to the outside for Hager. One of the biggest things to know about Creighton, you look at their record, but a lot of their games this season, as Rebhan comes over to make the play for the Hoyas, but a lot of the Creighton games this season, 15 of them decided by 2 or less runs, including 11 one-run contests. So that has been a thing that has defined their season just a little bit, as they have been looking to find that consistency and to find ways to win in those close games. And it will be a single for Perez.
Next up at number 22,
Hannah Poole stepping up to the plate. Nice ball by Perez. So runners on first and second, a foul ball for Hannah Poole. 2 outs, top of the fourth. Again, it was the third inning where Creighton just caught fire, scoring 6 runs. Massive play by Lily West. Danny Koo is there again. Defensively for Georgetown. We'll take another quick break. We'll be right back with the bottom of the fourth. Welcome back to Washington Nationals Youth Baseball Academy. Bottom of the fourth, almost underway. Brooklyn Patchen continuing to pitch for Creighton. And at the plate for Georgetown, it's Emily Stripmatter for the Hoyas. Creighton leading 7-0. But Georgetown just coming up with some clutch defensive plays by Danny Koo. That one just a little to the outside, but a big swing by Emily Stripmatter. But it was Danny Koo in center field coming up with 2 of the outs for Georgetown defensively. Great communication, active, aggressive. And again, Danny Koo, she is only a freshman, one of the exciting young players on Georgetown's roster. And a strike there as Emily Stripmatter swung for it. Well thrown by Brooklyn Patchen. And that one is to the outside, so a full count. So that one popped up to left field. And once again, it's Lynn Davis who has had 3 fantastic defensive plays on the day for Creighton. She has been very active over in left field. Abby Kozo now at the plate for Georgetown. Averaging .310 on the season, and a strike thrown there for Brooklyn Patchen. Kozo got a piece of it. Patchen connects. Sydney Potter makes the play at first. So 2 good defensive plays for Creighton. The first by Lynn Davis, then Brooklyn Patchen connects with Sydney Potter at first. Nia Campos at the plate for Georgetown. And a really good eye by Nia Campos. But a beautiful pitch there by Brooklyn Patchen. So the count at 2-1, 2 outs, bottom of the fourth. Georgetown looking to get their bats going. Campos pops that one up. It will be a 2-2 count. And she will strike out swinging. That will end our fourth inning. We'll take another quick break. Fifth inning action coming up when we return. Welcome back to Washington Nationals Youth Baseball Academy. Stepping up to the plate for Creighton, it is Lynn Davis. He's had 3 big plays in left field on the afternoon for the Blue Jays defensively. 12 hits, 7 runs, 6 RBIs on the season so far for Davis. And a strike thrown there by Sage Hager. And that one to the outside for Hager. And a hit to left field. Nina Sarlo is there, but it is a single for Lynn Davis. Citra Seville back at the plate, top of the batting order for the Blue Jays. It's a really nice hit by Lynn Davis, her first hit of the afternoon. Again, Sage Hager continuing to pitch for the Hoyas. Came in, got the 3rd out in the 3rd inning, and a strike thrown there by Hager. So a hit and a run on the day so far for Seville. As we've been talking about, she has 45 hits on the season, 22 runs, 18 RBIs. Has had one of the hottest bats for Creighton. And a good eye by Citra Seville. So on first is Lynn Davis. And looking to steal second, and out at second is Davis. A nice play by Sammy Fenton. And getting a piece of that one is Ashton Pearson. Or my apologies, Sidra Seville. Count at 2-2. And that one to the fence. A double for Sidra Seville. And that one was almost out of the park for Seville. A well-hit ball went right to the fence. Making the defensive play was Danny Koo. So Ashton Pearson now at the plate for Creighton. A runner on second. It is Seville. And Hager throws the strike. Popping that one up is Ashton Pearson. The play is made by Rebhan. So second out. Top of the fifth, Lily West stepping up to the plate. Sidra Seville on second for Creighton. And the strike thrown by Sage Hager. And Sage Hager with back-to-back strikes thrown for the Hoyas. Trying to get the third out here in the top of the fifth. And that one is low for Hager. West goes to center field. Danny Koo is there again. Georgetown coming up big defensively yet again. That will end the top of the fifth. We'll take another quick break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Washington Nationals Youth Baseball Academy. Bottom of the fifth, almost underway. Stepping up to the plate for the Hoyas, it is the catcher, Holly Pardini. For Georgetown, continuing to pitch for Creighton is Brooklyn Patchen, who got the start today for the Blue Jays. That one is high for Patchen. But a strike thrown there. The count at 1-1. Getting a piece of it was Pardini, the catcher for the Hoyas, who has 12 hits, 3 runs, and 8 RBIs on the season so far, including a home run for the Hoyas. And Pardini does it again. Another home run for Holly Pardini. That is a big play for the Georgetown catcher. Holly Pardini coming up huge here in the bottom of the fifth. And it is Danny Koo stepping up to the plate. Danny Koo, who has had 3 big defensive plays for Georgetown in center field on the afternoon. 10 hits, 12 runs, 5 RBIs, and 3 home runs for Danny Koo. That one to the outside for Brooklyn Patchen. Foul ball for Koo. Georgetown just scoring their first run of the contest, courtesy of Holly Pardini. Koo. Foul ball. She will head back to the plate. Count at 1-2. And that one is low and gets away from the catcher for Creighton, Lily West. Koo is safe at first for the Hoyas. It was Ashton Pearson looking to make the play to first to Sydney Potter, but some good speed by Danny Koo, and the Georgetown bats are starting to heat up here in the fifth. Gabby Park now at the plate for Georgetown, and that one is to the inside. Gabby Park, who plays in right field, has been a mainstay of the Georgetown outfield. And that one is low for Brooklyn Patchen. And getting a piece of that one was Gabby Park. So Kenzie Chauffeur is over warming up for Creighton. Saw a lot of her yesterday in game 1 of this series. Had the complete game shutout. And a big hit from Gabby Park. Danny Koo safe at third. The double for Gabby Park.
Up next, number 19, Nina Sarlo.
And it is Nina Sarlo stepping up to the plate. Timeout. On the field, Gabby Park with a monster double. Holly Pardini with a home run here in the bottom of the 5th. And again, the Georgetown Bats catching fire for the Hoyas. Runners at second and third for Georgetown. And it is Nina Sarlo. Three hits, 7 runs, and RBI on the season so far for the first year. And an opportunistic play for Georgetown. As coming home for the Hoyas is Danny Koo. So Georgetown scoring 2 runs so far here in the bottom of the 5th. And in scoring position is Gabby Park, but a strike there thrown by Brooklyn Patchen. No outs, bottom of the 5th. Hoyas looking to make some headway here. That one is low, but Sarlo goes for it. And that one, another nice pitch from Brooklyn Patchen. As Sarlo swings for it. So it is Brooke Rebhand back to the plate. As the Hoyas back to the top of the order. Foul ball. So Rebhand will head back to the plate. 1 out. Bottom of the 5th. Gabby Park in scoring position.
Stepping up to the plate for the Hoyas, number 25, Sammy Fenton.
So Sammy Fenton stepping up to the plate. It appears that there was an out there with Brooke Rebhand. So not exactly sure. I thought they were sending her back to the plate, but it was ruled an out. And so now 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Sammy Fenton at the plate for the Hoyas. But again, a little confusion there because it looked like the first base umpire was signaling that that was a foul ball and that Rebhand was going to be returning to the plate. And that one is popped up. And the play is made by Kenzie Nakasawa. That will end the 5th inning, but not before Georgetown scores 2 big runs. We'll take another quick break and be right back for the 6th inning. Welcome back to Washington Nationals Youth Baseball Academy. Top of the 6th, almost underway. And Sage Hager continuing to pitch for the Hoyas. Stepping up to the plate, it is Kaylin Schultz. And Schultz hits one to center field. Danny Koo is there. So a quick out for the Hoyas. Sydney Potter now at the plate. And Potter got a piece of that one. Foul ball. So the count at 0-1, 1 out, top of the 6th. And a line drive hit to left field. And a big play by Sydney Potter. So a runner on first.
At bat for the Blue Jays, number 14, Kenzie Nakasawa.
Kenzie Nakasawa now at the plate for Creighton as the Blue Jays look to build on their big 3rd inning performance. So Sage Hager coming in for Georgetown and has been coming up big on the pitcher's mound. We're going to get a pinch runner coming in for Sydney Potter. And a strike thrown there by Hager. And another nice pitch by Sage Hager, the Georgetown pitcher.
Next up, number 12, Erica Perez.
So Erica Perez now at the plate. Perez, a big play. That's Abby Kozo at first for the Hoyas. And that will end the top of the sixth. We'll take another quick break. Georgetown coming up big defensively. Welcome back to Washington Nationals Youth Baseball Academy. Bottom of the sixth, almost underway. Emily Stripmatter back at the plate for Georgetown. Brooklyn Patchen continuing to pitch for Creighton. Stripmatter pops that one up in right field to make the play for Creighton is Sidra Seville.
Next at bat for the Hoyas, number 10, Abby Kozo.
So Abby Kozo now at the plate for Georgetown. Again, Georgetown coming up big in the bottom of the fifth. Holly Pardini scoring a home run, and that really got Georgetown going offensively. Foul ball there for Kozo. And Kozo hits one towards right field, will make her way to first. And it will be Naya Campos stepping up to the plate for Georgetown.
Next up at bat, number 24, Naya Campos.
So Naya Campos, the designated hitter, Abby Kozo on first. Campos with a single to first. Abby Kozo advances to second.
Coming to the plate for Georgetown, number 7, Holly Pardini.
And now it is Holly Pardini, who already has a home run on the afternoon with runners on first and second. And again, it was Pardini who got this Georgetown offense going. So the count at 1-1, 1 out, top of the sixth. Creighton leading Georgetown 7-2. And a strike there thrown by Brooklyn Patchen. The count will advance to 1-2. So Georgetown with runners on first and second. And a pinch runner coming in for the Hoyas. And a strike thrown by Patchen. Brooklyn Patchen with the strikeout, Danny Koo. Now at the plate for Georgetown. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Georgetown with runners on first and second. And again, Hoyas looking to come back in this one after Creighton came up big in the 3rd inning with 2 home runs in that inning. Patchen with the strike there. That one a little to the outside for Brooklyn Patchen. And making the play for Creighton, McCutcheon. So that will end the 6th inning. We'll take another quick break. We'll be right back for the top of the 7th. Welcome back to Washington Nationals Youth Baseball Academy. 7th inning almost underway. Continuing to pitch for Georgetown is Sage Hager, and stepping up to the plate for the first time today, it is Ella Dalton. And she is out at first. Big play by Abby Kozo. So it is Lynn Davis now at the plate for the Blue Jays, looking to close this one out. But Georgetown has caught fire offensively, and another big defensive play by Danny Koo, who has been so solid in the outfield for Georgetown on the afternoon.
Coming to the plate, number 3, Sidra Seville.
Sidra Seville back at the plate, top of the order for Creighton. Just a little to the inside there for Hager. So Seville looking to make something happen here. 2 outs, top of the 7th, as the Blue Jays up by 5. And Seville pops that one up. It will be a foul ball. So the count at 3-1. And Seville sends that one to left field. Nina Sarlo makes the defensive play. And Georgetown coming up big defensively yet again. We will take another quick break. We will be right back for the bottom of the 7th.
versus Creighton.
Welcome back to Washington Nationals Youth Baseball Academy, bottom of the 7th, getting ready to start. Gabby Park stepping up to the plate for the Hoyas. We got a little clarification about that play earlier, I believe, for Brooke Rebhand, as Gabby Park is out at first. So the ball hit her. It was a fair ball, and it hit her, which is an automatic out, and that's what happened on that play, as Nina Sarlo will step up to the plate for Georgetown. Hoyas down by 5, but have been making a comeback. Had 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th and have been very strong defensively in the past few innings. So the count at 2-0. Brooklyn Patchen continuing to pitch. Got the start today for Creighton. And that one is a foul ball for Nina Sarlo. One out, bottom of the 7th. And that one is low for Patchen. And so advancing to first is Nina Sarlo. Hoyas At the top of their order, Brooke Rebhand back at the plate for Georgetown. Again, the Hoyas with a little work to do here. And Rebhand got a piece of it, foul ball. So Brooke Rebhand with a runner on first. It's Nina Sarlo who was walked to first. A strike thrown there by Patchen as the count at 1-2. And now the count at 2-2. So Rebhand, the second baseman. And a strike there. And a strikeout thrown by Brooklyn Patchen. So Sammy Fenton will step up to the plate. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Georgetown down by 5. A runner on first, which is Nina Sarlo. Patchen looking to close things out for Creighton. Georgetown looking to continue on the momentum that they started in the bottom of the 5th behind the bat of Holly Pardini. Brooklyn Patchen continuing to look very strong. The count at 0-2. And that will do it. Creighton gets the final out here in this one. They will defeat Georgetown 7-2. It was a big third inning that made the difference. Creighton scored 6 behind 2 home runs, including a big one from Lily West. Georgetown came roaring back in the 5th behind the home run of Holly Pardini, but it would not be enough. These two teams will face off again tomorrow. We hope you'll join us for that one. Again, I'm Monica Moore. Creighton, your winners over Georgetown, 7-2.